Would you like to start your business podcast? We are here to help. My name is Kevin Deveci. I am the founder and host of the American Business Podcast, the voice of American business. When we started the American Business Podcast on February 28, 2025, we had only one mission in mind: to promote, support, and uplift American businesses, nonprofits, manufacturers, and the American business community. Within our first 6 months, we managed to pass 100,000 YouTube subscribers, and we received YouTube Silver Award. This is an important award. It shows our dedication to American business and to the American Business Podcast viewers, subscribers, and American Business Podcast community. Now you can have your own branded company podcast within the American Business Podcast network. You can promote your company, your products, your services, and you'll have instant visibility in front of thousands of the American Business Podcast viewers, subscribers, and followers. You can promote your company, your products and services. You can educate and inspire businesses and individuals. More importantly, you can tell your story, your brand story. How did you get started? What makes you different? And how you are helping your customers and communities. As you know, in the American Business Podcast, I've been talking to more than 100 American businesses. Each business has a story that is inspiring and motivational. I know your business also has a great story which is motivational and inspiring. It is time for you to have your business podcast within the American Business Podcast network. We help you start your business podcast and we help you grow your business. This is a great opportunity for you to be visible in the marketplace in front of thousands of the American Business Podcast viewers and subscribers. And this is a great opportunity for us to fulfill our mission to promote, support, and uplift American businesses. Please send us an email and let's get the conversation started. It is paas@americanpodcast.tv. Business podcasting as a service, powered by the American Business Podcast, the voice of American business. The American Business Podcast is America's fastest growing educational business podcast network in this age of AI. My name is Kevin Deveci. I'm the founder and host of the American Business Podcast, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you, working with you, and help you grow your business with your new business podcast. Thank you very much. Hello, welcome to the American Business Podcast. This is Kevin Deveci, your host. I'm welcoming you, episode 79, season 3. We are getting closer to 100th episode. We are working very hard for it, and we are getting closer every single day. So we are very excited and also very motivated for this goal for the 100th episode. Today's number is 6. This is how many professionals join the Connection America Business Alliance online networking event this morning. We had a chance to host 6 business professionals, and we ran the online business networking event live on the American Business Podcast. American Business Podcast is the voice of American business. Today, we have a special guest. We'll talk about American manufacturing. We'll talk about the opportunities in manufacturing and the state of American manufacturing. Let's welcome our guest and let's get the conversation started.
Hello,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks so much. Very excited to be here with you and chatting with your audience.
I appreciate it. Thank you for being with us in your busy schedule.
It's my pleasure. It's absolutely my pleasure.
I hope you are having a great week so far.
Yeah, Kevin, I had a great week. Anytime I get to get out and meet with our customers, it's a great week. So I just returned from Huntsville, Alabama. I'm back here in Colorado in my home office here Friday, and it's been a great week. Thank you.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, we have a lot to cover, and we are looking forward to learning from you. As you know, the American Business Podcast is an educational, informative podcast and the voice of American business. In this sense, I'm sure there are a lot of things that we need to learn from you. As a start, would you please introduce yourself and your organization to our listeners and to our audience?
Absolutely. So my name is Rush Lascelles. I have the privilege of being the CEO for Fathom Manufacturing. I joined the company in December of last year, so a little over 9 months ago. And Fathom is a manufacturing service provider. I'll unpack that a little bit, but just to give you a bit about the size and the scope, we've got about 350,000 square feet of manufacturing space here in the United States. We have nearly 500 very dedicated manufacturing employees and team members that I'm really proud to be representing here today with you. And really, I think what's special about us, and I think it leads into the conversation we'll have today, Kevin, is a manufacturing service provider. What does that mean? Well, we obviously manufacture things. We have equipment. But I think that, what's really most exciting is about the opportunity for our team members to solve problems for our customers. We tend to focus on early stage, low volume, and really get to be intimate with our customers about what they're trying to produce, what their design engineers want, and how you actually get that into a factory and out to their customers. So very excited.
Yes, some of our audience and listeners, they know I have a soft spot for American manufacturing. And I used to work in manufacturing myself, and I've been involved in American manufacturing industry in different roles, different capacities in the last 10 years, I must say. So I'm really happy to have you and hear more about your insights about American manufacturing. Well, let's talk about your career path a little bit. How your career path has evolved, unfolded over the years? How did you get started?
Oh, goodness. Well, I'll spare you too far back in history. I've been in the manufacturing industry for over 30 years. Started as an intern working actually here in Colorado in a molding shop when Samsonite Luggage was making plastic hard-sided luggage just outside of downtown Denver. And really, I think that mine, like many people in our industry, Kevin, started just out of sheer curiosity. A lot of the younger listeners probably aren't as much car guys as a lot of us were, long ago. But, just understanding how things work propelled me to get into manufacturing. And, from there, I've been very fortunate to have the opportunity to join world-class organizations, work alongside a lot of people. And I think the majority of my career has really been around whether it was in the robotics space, trying to figure out how to make U.S. manufacturers more effective and efficient, And then more recently with some of those manufacturers trying to understand how to participate in the global environment and how to really navigate tricky supply chains. And where do you manufacture? Where do you hire engineering technicians? And boy, Kevin, it's just been a fantastic journey that's landed me here with the Fathom team, doing much of what I just described.
Yeah, this is really exciting. And since I'm very close to American manufacturing, I also understand the challenges in general, especially finding talent, adopting technology, being competitive in the marketplace, especially in this year. The focus on the American manufacturing actually became an opportunity for manufacturers in that sense to introduce manufacturing to next generation, as well as making investments for to be even more competitive in global marketplaces, and more importantly, making as much as in US to make it made in USA, right? So these are important initiatives. I actually had a chance to join some of the events. The head of small business administration came from DC, and they had actually roadshow. A trip that they were just going from city to city, town to town, to talk to manufacturers. Right. And that even showed the enthusiasm and determination in this sense to how to support manufacturers, American manufacturers, to make things in US. So that's really important in that sense. Another important part that I've been seeing and observing is to introduce manufacturing to the next generation. Mm-hmm. So the old perception is like difficult, dirty work environment. You don't want to be in manufacturing. That's the typical mindset that they have, the perception for the manufacturing, which is not the case. Right. I was at an event. I had a tour, factory tour yesterday in Hauppauge Industrial Park on Long Island, part of New York, and things are very modern nowadays, right? So a lot of technology is being used. The work environments are also attractive, clean, nice. And these also needs to be introduced to the next generation so they can understand the potentials for them to build their career. What do you think?
I couldn't agree more. I mean, you said so much there, but let me start with, I think manufacturing has had a PR problem for many, many decades, frankly. When I came out of engineering school, I went to school in the Bay Area, in San Francisco Bay Area, and I was one of the few that didn't go into high tech. Again, because I'm mechanically inclined, and most of my peers and classmates were like, well, why would you go do that? Because as you perfectly said, it just has a perception of, as we talked about in the robotics industry, the 3Ds: dirty, dull, dangerous. That if you go into a factory, that's what you should expect. And so it wasn't a really exciting place to go to work. And I think, unfortunately, that's permeated over the last, certainly couple decades here. And some of the brightest minds that are coming out of university or trade schools are opting to go into computer industries and other places, and they're not even considering the wealth of opportunities in manufacturing. So I think that's just part of the problem statement. And, there's a lot of folks like yourself who I think are doing the right thing in trying to educate our younger people that, look, there's a lot to do. And I would tell you that you're 100% right. There are factories that are using more AI than you're going to find in some office spaces in Silicon Valley. There are an amazing amount of opportunities to apply computing skills, critical thinking. It's not just, lifting parts and putting them on cars. It's just, that is not what it is. And I think as a economy, we're compelled, folks like yourself and me, to usher in the next generation. So it's a very important discussion.
Absolutely. Well, let's look at your day-to-day work. What are the exciting and challenging parts of your work on a daily basis?
Yeah, it's a great question. For me, it's really trying to clear a lot of the roadblocks for my team to go and do the wonderful things they want to do. One of our mantras at Fathom is really get decision-making and autonomy closest to two very critical points, Kevin. One is we've got wonderful technicians and people who understand how to use the equipment that we use, whether it's CNC, whether it's 3D printers, whatever the equipment or modality of manufacturing, get those folks empowered to talk to and get closest to the second most important set of constituents in our world, which are our customers. And because of what we just discussed, Kevin, the fact that manufacturing's had a tough go in the last 10, 20 years. You can look at some indices recently, like the PMI, which is a Purchasing Managers Index, which says that we're buying less today than we were yesterday. And unfortunately, companies have lost either by way of attrition and aging out older engineers. There are gaps between a lot of new, exciting companies who need products, need access to the people I'm describing on our machines, 3D printers, et cetera. And that's really what I think about doing every day, is trying to get those folks together so that we can solve their problems and do what our employees really love to do, which is solve those problems.
Let's talk about the state of U.S. manufacturing, if that's okay.
Yeah.
In general, how do you see the U.S. manufacturing? We talk about it a little bit, but let's just expand on it if that's okay.
Yeah.
How do you see the U.S. manufacturing right now? The state of U.S. manufacturing. What are their challenges, and what are the opportunities that you see in general?
Yeah, I mean, let's start with, I think, the challenges. The challenges are some products should not be manufactured in high-wage nations. I mean, that's just a little bit of table stakes. And once you get comfortable with that, because there are certain areas in the globe where people don't require the same pay that we do here in the US. So there's the first foundational challenge, is that if you said all manufacturing, well, that's part of our problem statement. That doesn't preclude a lot of really exciting things that we see happening here in the US that make folks like myself very optimistic. If you look at what we're seeing in the way of humanoid robotics, you think about what we're doing in and around anything AI enabled robotics, and then you start looking at electric vehicles, and then you start looking at some of the things that our government's trying to do for infrastructure. There are just a tremendous amount of places for domestic manufacturers to add value into the supply chain, and recognize that we're part of an ecosystem. And when we recognize that not everything should be done here in the US, and not everything should be done outside of the US, and that there's going to be cross synergy our supply chains, I think there's a lot to be excited about. And again, I'd love to speak to the people who are considering entering the industry, because again, AI and a lot of the things that we're reading about every day has a broad applicability into US manufacturing.
Well, speaking of PR of manufacturing, guess what? The manufacturing day is coming, right? That's the first week of October,
That's right.
The first Friday. So it's a great opportunity to promote manufacturing in the US, promote manufacturing as a career path to the next generation. It's very exciting. And some organizations that I'm a part of, they organize events to invite students, schools for factory tours. Some of them, they have trade shows or conferences to invite students and their parents, to educate their parents as well about American manufacturing and the state of American manufacturing in general. These are really, those are really exciting days coming up. Even though that is the first Friday of October, fundamentally the October is considered manufacturing month. So that's a great opportunity for that promotion of American manufacturing.
Absolutely, and I think it's a great time as well. I mean, I have 3 children. 2 of them are in high school, and 1 is off to university. And it's a great time to have these conversations with our young people, because having just had someone go off and go through the application process into college, we need more people to think about the fact that there's a huge need for smart folks and a great career path within manufacturing. So yes, October is a great day to help promote that and make the awareness there for a lot of families like mine who are trying to steer their children into good careers.
Yes, absolutely. And internships as well as apprenticeship programs are great start.
Indeed,
for students.
Absolutely. I'm glad to hear you say that, because it's frequently overlooked, and it shouldn't be.
Well, let's talk about AI a little bit. You also mentioned about robotics a little bit,
Yep.
But the combination of both will be great, of course, in manufacturing, which is in progress. So let's focus on AI. How do you see the impact of AI on U.S. manufacturing? So is it going to be just all AI in the future with robotics combined together, or there is going to be always the human factor in the processes? What do you think?
Well, I absolutely categorically think that there's going to always be a need for the human element. Even if you look way off in the future, there's a need for creativity, and that's what we are uniquely positioned to do as people, right? As creative and curious people coming into the workforce. That having been said, AI is going to be pervasive, and it's going to be very helpful. Again, early in my career, I had the opportunity to work alongside companies that were putting robotics into places to really alleviate people from doing what I mentioned a moment ago, the 3Ds, dull, dirty, and dangerous. And really what that speaks to is getting people out of types of work that they don't want to do, the repetitive stuff that doesn't take advantage of their mind. AI is similar in more of a, think about what you do on a computer day to day. Much of it is repetitive. Think about reports that you might be writing and other things. A lot of that can be automated. And what it does is it frees up knowledge workers. And this is true, equally true, if not more so in the factory, because we have so much equipment that needs to be programmed and taught and scheduled. And a lot of that is repetitive work, even if it is done on a computer or a PLC, a programmable device. A lot of that stuff, can and will be done through AI, should be done with AI. Once again, freeing people to do more of the work that I think is interesting to them.
Let's talk about your role models, if that's okay. Have you had any role models, mentors who help shape your career path?
Yeah, Kevin, great question. I've been very, very fortunate to have a number of them. Two immediately come to mind. One gentleman who employed me early in my career, and I think what I really learned from him was just the power of assembling the right group of people. Not always with the same view, right? You don't want to suffer from groupthink, but that particular manager of mine, who was the CEO of the company at the time, really instilled upon me that doesn't really matter what business you're in. If you've got the right people working in a similar way, really all problems can be overcome. And then the second one that comes to mind when you ask the question is I had the good fortune to work at Jabil, which is a very, very large contract manufacturing company. And the CEO at the time really not only preached, but practiced servitude to the employees. And that just, it really helped to motivate to understand that we're all here to help our employees. And, those two folks, I think, just watching how people responded to that level of leadership, it was very helpful for me.
Absolutely. Well, if there is one key career lesson that you learned the hard way, what would it be? Would you share it with us?
Yeah, I think I'd probably have to think more recently about just management and leadership. I think one thing I would say is if you're not willing to have challenging conversations with really anybody, but starting with your employees, you're doing them a disservice. And so some of my hard lessons were by trying to keep peace among teams, maybe not directing or redirecting, and doing that just to try to keep calm. And I think that what I've found in my career is that the more I'm caring enough to tell someone that, hey, if you attend to this either deficiency or do something differently, you're going to be more successful. We're going to be more successful and have those hard conversations. I think by not having that, I learned some lessons earlier in my management career that hopefully some folks can sidestep.
But in your career journey, has there been a book or maybe books, any movie or a show that helped you shape your perspective professionally?
It's funny you asked this. I was just speaking about a book just last week that I go to quite frequently, and it's called Shackleton's Way. Shackleton's Way, and it's about an explorer who overcomes just one hurdle after another, the impossible, and all the way through it remained tremendously optimistic, and more importantly, brought folks through really, really difficult times. And I'll share with you one of the quotes that always stands by me, and it was actually a quote from Napoleon, and it was, "Leaders are dealers in hope." And I share that because on the heels of my earlier comment, you definitely want your teams to be performing, but you also have to help paint the picture and remind that if we do this and we all believe in our mission, that tomorrow will be better than today. And so Shackleton's Way is one that comes to mind.
Yeah, this is really inspiring. What are your biggest passions and interests outside of work?
I work a lot, and I mentioned I have 3 kids. So I think one thing that if any other of your listeners or audience members or parents, they'll recognize your hobbies very quickly shrink into your family and children. And so I've been very fortunate that my kids are athletes and they're wonderful students. And so whenever I'm not working, I am doing something in and around their lives, and I've been fortunate to be able to do that. So my kids are my hobby.
Absolutely, yes, makes a lot of sense. Family first.
Yeah.
If you had a chance to go back history, to what time period would you go back, and why?
That's another really good one. I am a bit of a manufacturing nerd, Kevin. I think that while I could pick a number of things, I was fascinated with the manufacturing, and I cite many of his quotes and many of the teachings. So I would say that because of that, 1905 to 1910, which is classically defined as the beginning of the conveyorized manufacturing and automation boom. Ford was actually very instrumental in post-war industrial revolution. But I'd say I would love to go back and really watch how he motivated the nation to industrialize with a view to getting an automobile in every driveway to free up people to explore the world. I just think it was a wonderful connection point of a mission and something that we all take for granted that, without Henry Ford, people couldn't afford cars. And that has played out time and time again with computers, with phones, and the list goes on. So probably somewhere with Henry Ford.
Well, in our professional journey, we all have difficult times from time to time, right? And sometimes challenging times. How do you stay motivated and inspired?
It's a really good question. I think it's a great question for people to hear on your podcast, because manufacturing, again, I'll reference the PMI, and for anybody who's not familiar with it, it's the Purchasing Managers Index, frequently referenced in industry as whether we're expanding or contracting. And the good portion of the last 36 months have been contraction. And so I think a lot of people in the manufacturing space have kind of asked that question: well, why is this exciting? What should I stay in? So I gave you my view of Henry Ford. I think that people who can stay true to a mission, who understand that if we're trying to go to space, if we're trying to aid the human condition in healthcare, if we're just trying to help with communications with cell phones, et cetera, if through your hard days you can remain connected to that mission, and this is what great leaders do. I think it's what great managers do, is once again saying, look, this will pass, but let's remember that we're going somewhere with it, and it's worth fighting for.
What would be your career advice for the next generation business professionals who are just entering into the job market?
Yeah. I'm a devout believer that curiosity is a predictor of success. And everybody has a curiosity in one way, shape, or form about something. And, for us, I think that one of the things that binds most everyone in the manufacturing industry is that innate curiosity of how things work, how to make them better, whether it's continuous improvement. And I'd say that follow your heart. There's something out there for everyone. And I've been reading a lot about the trades. So if you don't want to go to university, that's great, because there's such a need for people who understand how to be an electrician, how to be this, how to be that, and the future's so bright. So I would just say, remain curious. And then the other thing I'd also say is that over time, you learn how to be courageous, right? And it speaks to your last question is, how do you overcome challenges? Well, have the courage to keep persevering through it, as long as, again, what you're working on is something you're curious about.
For those who likes to be in touch with you to learn more about your organization, or who likes to continue this conversation, what is the best way to be in touch with you?
Well, I'd say first and foremost, would love for people to come and take a look at what we do on our website. And our website is www.fathom, FATHOM, MFG, but for manufacturing. So fathommfg.com. And then you can reach me through that. I'm available there and I'd love to chat with any of your viewers.
Right. Thank you so much for being with us in your busy schedule. And thank you for sharing your professional wisdom with us on this beautiful Friday. Much appreciated.
Absolutely, Kevin. And thank you. I wish you best of luck to getting to 100 and beyond and expanding your viewership. It is a great message. And so thank you and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you very much. Pleasure is all mine. And I wish you a great weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, to our audience and to our listeners, we had a great episode 79. We're almost 80, right? So we are getting close to the 100. Well, we learned a lot about quantum manufacturing, and we also had a chance to get some more insights about American manufacturing in this episode. So it was very educational. I hope you like it. You found it to be informative. As I always say, in the American Business Podcast, you'll always learn something new. And that is why we invite business owners, leaders, entrepreneurs, manufacturers, all experts. They share their professional wisdom with you. And that this creates the education and informative environment for all of us. Well, would you like to be a guest in the American Business Podcast? Just send us an email, americanbusinesspodcast@gmail.com. Also, we welcome sponsors and advertisers. If you like to advertise in the American Business Podcast or sponsor, you can also send us an email, americanbusinesspodcast@gmail.com. We also welcome your insights. What do you think about the American Business Podcast? Do you have any questions? Would you like us to share a particular subject? Would you like us to invite a particular guest? Please let us know. Your insights are important because at the end of the day, the American Business Podcast is your podcast. And we like to make sure you are seeing the insights, you are seeing the content that you are interested. Feel free to send us an email. Also, I'd like to invite you to our website, americanpodcast.tv. We update it on weekly basis, so you can learn more about the American Business Podcast, coming schedule, as well as you'll have a chance to get the links for our YouTube channel, the Connection America Business Networking event, registration links, also links to Spotify, Amazon Music, Instagram, and other social media channels that we are a part of. We also have a membership program, as you know, that you can also register, join, and be a part of this growing business-minded community. As you know, a couple of weeks ago, we got YouTube Silver Award because we have now more than 100,000 YouTube subscribers. Thank you for your support. If you haven't done so, please go to our YouTube channel. This is the QR code right here. You can scan these. It'll take you to our YouTube channel. You can subscribe and support us. And if you are feeling more generous, you can also share your comments, thoughts in the chat box, in the comment box in YouTube channel as well. Really appreciate it. Okay, what else is happening? As you know, we have an online networking event called the Connection America Business Networking event. Today, we performed the one that we organized for September, and the one for October is scheduled for October 24th. If you are interested in promoting your company, your products and services, meeting with other business professionals, I'd like to invite you to the Connection America Business Alliance Business Networking event. I have the QR code on the screen. You can scan the QR code and sign up for the next online networking event. The unique thing about the networking event that we are having is A, you'll be able to network with other business professionals who are joining the Connection America networking event. B, you'll be on the American Business Podcast live. So our audience, thousands of business-minded professionals, subscribers and supporters and followers, they will be watching your interactions with other business professionals during this networking event. So that is the unique thing about it, and it's going to be live on the American Business Podcast. We launch our membership program, and we allow you to be a member. We allow you to join. So we put together a different types of membership programs with different benefits. When you scan this QR code, or when you go to our YouTube channel, or you can go to our website, americanpodcast.tv, you'll have the membership types that we put together. You can pick the one that you like, and you can sign up and join the American Business Podcast membership program. Each membership type comes with benefits, and we love to have your support as well. So it means a lot to us, and you are more than welcome to join this growing membership program and enjoy the benefits of the membership. Let's talk about some of our sponsors. Ms. Excel. If you are interested in learning Excel and other Microsoft software systems in an enjoyable and engaging way, consider Ms. Excel. That's the QR code on the screen. When you scan the QR code, it will take you to their website. You can see the course catalog. Before you check out, please use the discount code just for the American Business Podcast listeners and viewers, ABP 2025, and enjoy the benefits of Ms. Excel and enjoy the courses. If you are in the market for an accounting system or ERP system, especially SAP ERP and Oracle ERP, consider iTech Consulting. They are specialized in ERP deployments of SAP and Oracle software systems. And when you scan the QR code, it will take you to their website that you can learn more about their services. And if you're interested, make sure to be in touch with them. When you're in touch with them, make sure you heard about them from the American Business Podcast. That's it for today. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. I am looking forward to having you in the next American Business Podcast episode. The American Business Podcast is the voice of American business. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.
Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Reddit. Do you know the biggest challenge nowadays for American small businesses? That is visibility. That's why we partner with Reddit for Business. Reddit has more than 400 million weekly visitors. Furthermore, Reddit is reliable. Reddit is the number one source for real reviews on products, services, and brands. There is a promotion going on. When you spend $500, you'll get $500 in ad credit from Reddit. True story. I am a Reddit user. Anytime I need feedback or review for a product or service, I go to Reddit. I get the real answers, real feedback from real people, from Reddit communities. Scan this QR code and sign up for Reddit advertising for your business. Get the visibility for your company, your products and services. Scan the QR code and sign up today. Thank you for your support. Would you like to start your business podcast? We are here to help. My name is Kevin Deveci. I am the founder and host of the American Business Podcast, the voice of American business. When we started the American Business Podcast on February 28, 2025, we had only one mission in mind: to promote, support, and uplift American businesses, nonprofits, manufacturers, and the American business community. Within our first 6 months, we managed to pass 100,000 YouTube subscribers, and we received YouTube Silver Award. This is an important award. It shows our dedication to American Business and to the American Business Podcast viewers, subscribers, and American Business Podcast community. Now you can have your own branded company podcast within the American Business Podcast network. You can promote your company, your products, your services, and you'll have instant visibility in front of thousands of the American Business Podcast viewers, subscribers, and followers. You can promote your company, your products and services. You can educate and inspire businesses and individuals. More importantly, you can tell your story, your brand story. How did you get started? What makes you different? And how you are helping your customers and communities. As you know, in the American Business Podcast, I've been talking to more than 100 American businesses. Each business has a story that is inspiring and motivational. I know your business also has a great story which is motivational and inspiring. It is time for you to have your business podcast within the American Business Podcast network. We help you start your business podcast and we help you grow your business. This is a great opportunity for you to be visible in the marketplace in front of thousands of the American Business Podcast viewers and subscribers. And this is a great opportunity for us to fulfill our mission to promote, support, and uplift American businesses. Please send us an email and let's get the conversation started. It is paas@americanpodcast.tv. Business podcasting as a service. Powered by the American Business Podcast, the voice of American business. The American Business Podcast is America's fastest growing educational business podcast network in this age of AI. My name is Kevin Deveci. I'm the founder and host of the American Business Podcast, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you, working with you, and help you grow your business with your new business podcast. Thank you very much. Support for the show comes from Yelp. You know, I've been talking to more than 100 business owners in the American Business Podcast. Do you know the biggest problem for small businesses nowadays? It is visibility. That is why you should sign up and list your business on Yelp for Business. I have the QR code on the screen, and when you scan the QR code, the form will show up on your screen and you can sign up on the registration form. It comes with free trial with no obligation. Make it easy for your customers to find you. Do you know there are more than 70 million customers visiting Yelp website looking for services from businesses just like yours? Restaurants, home services, professional services, and many other businesses are being searched on Yelp on daily basis. That's a great opportunity. If you list your business on Yelp, you'll be findable, searchable, and you'll be visible. When you are visible, when your customers are able to find you, you're in business. You can get opportunities, you can get leads, you can build a healthy and profitable pipeline. Consider Yelp for Business. Scan the QR code, sign up, and start your free trial. It comes with free trial. Very comfortable, no obligation. List your business and start getting the results and enjoy the benefits of Yelp Business. Thank you for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Anywhere Apps by Kirk Consulting, now Cherry Baker. It is time to digitize and automate your business processes. Anywhere Apps designed for small and mid-sized companies as well as enterprise-level companies to help you digitize and automate your business processes. Today, I like to talk about one of the Anywhere apps that's very popular in the US. It is called Nonprofit Management Anywhere. If you are a nonprofit and you like to manage your donations, volunteers, fundraising events, your grants, and other documents for compliance and operational purposes, consider Nonprofit Management Anywhere. It is a completely cloud service. You can start using it today with no need for local installation on your server or on your local laptop and computers. It is user-friendly and it's easy to deploy, and you can start using it today. I have the QR code on the screen. You can scan the QR code and you can learn more about Anywhere apps, including Nonprofit Management Anywhere. Well, there is more. If you'd like to talk to me directly about Anywhere apps, you can just send me an email directly, kevin@kerconsulting.com. Anywhere apps are modern, they are easy to use, they are affordable, practical, and more importantly, that's designed for you to help you digitize and automate your business processes. Scan the QR code or just send me a direct email, kevin@kerconsulting.com. Thank you for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Opus Virtual Offices. Opus is offering you more than 600 different locations in the US. It is $99 a month. This includes prestigious business address, professional live call answering, personalized call transferring, business phone number, local phone number, professional mail services, voicemail converted to email. I have the QR code on the screen. You can sign up for Opus today. Opus is offering you hundreds of locations in the US that you can pick, any of them that you like, and you can start having your virtual office today. Please scan the QR code and start using Opus Virtual Offices today. Thank you for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Just Answer. Real help from real experts 24/7. Experts such as lawyers, doctors, veterinarians, computer technicians, home improvement experts, mechanics, personal tax experts, computer technicians, and many other experts are available for you 24/7 on Just Answer. You'll get your answers anytime, during the day, during the night, 24/7, and you'll get your answers from reliable sources. You can scan the QR code on the screen and you can sign up for Just Answer. The answers you need at a price that is right. Scan the QR code and sign up for Just Answer today. Thank you for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Brother. From large companies to small offices, Brother has powerful printers and all-in-ones for your growing business. Scan the QR code and find the best printers for your needs. When you scan the QR code, you can see the entire collection, business office equipment collection of Brother USA, and pick the one that you like. You'll find printers, labels, toners, all-in-ones, and other office equipment available on Brother website when you scan the QR code. Scan the QR code and start shopping for Brother office equipment today. Thank you for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Invicta watches. Invicta watches are known for their stylish design for men, women, as well as for unisex watches. When you scan the QR code on the screen, it will take to their online store and you can start shopping right away. When you go to the Invicta store website, you'll see watches in different collections for men, for women, different colors, different designs, as well as different sizes. There are hundreds of watches that you can see and you can pick from. Because it's end of the year, you'll also enjoy the benefits of their end of the year promotions and discounts. True story, I am an Invicta fan. I've been using Invicta for many years. I have more than 10 Invicta watches in my wardrobe. This is one of them that I like. Style is pretty cool. I use these pretty much weekly basis. I have another one that I use on my wrist. This one is pretty cool. This one is called Shutter. I can change the face just by turning the buttons, and I can have different style of watches pretty much every day. Because it's pretty business looking, I can actually wear this with my business outfit as well. Please scan the QR code and start shopping today. I'm sure you'll like Imita watches. They have great styles and different colors as well as different technologies such as quartz, mechanical, automatic, and other watches are also available for your liking and for your choice. Please scan the QR code and start shopping today. Thank you very much for your support. It is time to sign up for the online monthly networking event. Networking and podcasting together. It is called Connection America Business Alliance, partnered and powered by the American Business Podcast. During this unique business networking event, you'll be able to meet with other business professionals. At the same time, you will be in the American Business Podcast in front of thousands of business-minded YouTube subscribers, viewers, and listeners of the American Business Podcast, the voice of American business. Connection America online monthly networking events are interactive. You'll be able to meet with other seasoned business professionals, and at the same time, you'll be able to interact with viewers and audience. That's a unique event. It is because it's podcasting plus networking. If you are in business, you should be networking. And if you're not networking, you are losing business every single day. That is why we created online monthly networking event called Connection America Business Alliance, CABA in short. Scan this QR code and sign up today. When you scan the QR code, you'll see the list of coming monthly online networking events. Pick the one that works for you and sign up. We have limited seating, and today is the great day to sign up for online business networking event. Networking plus podcasting. That is a unique online business networking opportunity. You can introduce yourself, your products and services, and you'll be able to network with other business professionals live on the American Business Podcast. Scan the QR code and sign up today. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you for your support.